Hi, it's Emily and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm doing a cook and clean with me video. I was watching Hannah's Happy Home the other day when she did this video and I really enjoyed it. So I figured since I was doing this stuff anyways, I might as well video it and kill two birds with one stone. So I thought I would bring you all along with me. So I just started off by doing some meal prep, starting with my potatoes. I washed them and peeled them and cut them so that I could make mashed potatoes, since I knew that would be the thing that took the most time. So before getting completely started cooking, I wanted to go ahead and get my dessert going and get it in the oven because it takes a while in the oven. I think it's close to like 45 minutes to an hour that you're supposed to leave it in the oven. I wanted to make a Blackberry Cobbler because I love Blackberry Cobbler. It's so good. This recipe is super simple. You set the oven on 350. You do 1 stick of butter, melt it in the pan. Then you add 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of milk, and 1 cup of flour. The recipe calls for 1 cup of fruit, but I always add more than what the recipe says because I like a lot more fruit. I don't think a cup is enough. So I ended up using a bag and a half of blackberries, but you can just do however many you want to. This recipe is not super fancy, but it is so easy. It's not the most amazing cobbler you'll ever make, but it's so easy to remember, just one of everything. It is really fast, super simple, and it always turns out good. So next I am prepping my Salisbury steak, and I just followed a recipe off of Pinterest for this. It was super easy to just put everything in there and mix it all together. I love Pinterest and I don't hardly cook anything that is not on Pinterest. Next, I made some little patties and put them on a plate. And into the pan they go with some extra virgin olive oil. I went ahead and made the gravy that I would need for my Salisbury steak later. That way it was ready to go whenever I needed it. I wanted to show you all how I make my green beans. So I always start out with bacon grease that I have in the refrigerator. I add some ham base that I got from the Amish store, and I add salt and pepper. That is my go-to for green beans, and I love green beans from my parents' garden. Of course, I have to add macaroni and cheese for my girls, and I absolutely cannot cook without my meat thermometer. It is a lifesaver. So while I am waiting for the gravy to thicken up, I'm gonna go ahead and do some dishes. I'm gonna put the dishes in the dishwasher so I won't have as much to do whenever I get done. Thank God for dishwashers. Now it's time to make the mashed potatoes. I just add butter. I sneak a little sour cream in there. I love sour cream in my mashed potatoes. And some milk, of course. And don't forget the salt and pepper. And right about the time that I was finishing up with the mashed potatoes, it was time for the cobbler to come out of the oven. Finally got everything finished, and it looked so good and tasted just as good as it looks. First, I'm gonna fix my daughter's plates so that their food can cool down, and I'm gonna fix my plate. And don't worry, my husband was there. He fixed his plate. I just didn't record it, and we all sat down and ate together. I didn't record us eating together because that's just awkward. I hate eating on camera, so I just always skip that part. After we ate, I got all the dishes and loaded the dishwasher. And I know that you can put things like pots and pans in your dishwasher. I know there is a setting for that, but I just hate doing that. Like, I just don't do that. I only put like plates, bowls, cups, and silverware in there, and I always hand wash all of my pots and pans just because I like my pots and pans and I want to keep them nice as possible, and I just don't want them to get ruined in the dishwasher. So I always wash my big things by hand. I've always done it that way, and I'm always going to do it that way. I also like washing everything individually. I've never been the type of person that would fill up a sink and just stick all of the dishes in there. I'm just really OCD when it comes to washing my dishes and loading my dishwasher. I just do things like really particular. So this is really normal for me. I do it like this every single time, and I feel like people think I'm so weird when I do dishes. Seriously, at this point, I was thinking that I was never going to finish with dishes, that I was going to be doing them for the rest of my life. Then I'm going to finish the kitchen up by wiping down the stove and the countertops with my favorite plant-based cleaning wipes. I love these plant-based wipes from 7th Generation, and I find them at Target. Then to clean my kitchen table, I always start off by wiping it down with one of the wipes so I get all of the grease off, and then I finish it with Windex. The Windex just takes all the streaks off and makes it look nice and clear and shiny. Finally, I'm sweeping the floor and getting everything that fell onto the floor while I was cooking swept up, and Rosie just thought it was so interesting. She was waving at me, telling me hi. After all the work is finally finished, I enjoyed myself some Blackberry Cobbler. It was so good. I loved it. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and let me know what your favorite recipes are, because I'm always looking for new ideas. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!